Hey YouTube, it's your boy Jules Impact. Welcome back to the Not So Lethal Weapons channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at my Mission TCR. This is going to be a preliminary review, and I stress that word preliminary. You'll find out why later. But let's jump right into the marker. So if you remember the unboxing, it comes with 2 flip-up sights. Hopefully you guys can kind of tell what that is. I can't see what you guys see right now, so I'm just hoping. It also comes with a 12-round extended magazine that can do shape projectiles and round ball. And a 7-round magazine that is round ball only. Comes with the foregrip. This is the foregrip that it comes with. Doesn't matter if you buy it straight from Tippmann or Mission, this is the foregrip it comes with. You can tuck it in if you want, which is a nice little feature. And this is the stock barrel it comes with. It is an 11-inch smoothbore one-piece barrel. So you cannot take this off. This is just one piece. Let's continue on. So back here, this stock does extend out. I believe it's 4 or 5 different positions. It also has a screw here that you can twist to make the cheek riser go up and down, depending on if you're wearing goggles, a mask, whatever it is. For me, it's fine where it is. Looking here, it actually has a slot. This is a slot for the 7-round magazine. It can go right in there. So you can have that as your backup if you have the 12-round magazine inside. It has a remote line, which is right here, which flips out. So when you're done with it, you just tuck it back in. Velocity adjustment screw is in there, in that little hole. Hopefully, I don't know if you guys can be able to see the breech, but it's a shape projectile breech, FSR breech. All right. It has a safety here. This is the safety. It has a magazine release, which is right here. Trigger is right here. It's got a nice kind of textured grip feel to it. Does feel like a nice trigger. Right here, this is the CO2 cart port. Basically, just pull it open, drop your CO2 in there with the top part facing this way. So the butt, the circular part goes down, and then you just kind of tip it back and then close. And it will puncture on the first pull once the fresh CO2 is in there. So it's a really nice touch. So just going off the base model itself, I like it. It was shooting pretty nice for me. I like the flip-up sights. You can actually use them without flipping them up. It's really hard to show on camera. I'm not even going to attempt to, but you can use these on camera without the flip-up sight. Or excuse me, you can use these flip-up sights without actually flipping them up. So there's little areas right here on both of these that show you. So continuing on, let's go over, I guess, modifications that I have for it. So just going right off the bat, you may notice this strap here and this strap here. This is the Tippmann brand 2-point sling. I really like it. It works for me. One thing I would recommend is if you get this particular sling, check out the ANS Gear YouTube page. And I also think it's on the product page on their website. It actually shows you how to put this on. And it doesn't come with instructions, so can be difficult to figure it out on your own. One thing I also want to show you here is I actually have some black rubber band. It's just a black rubber band I had lying around that I wrapped around here just to keep it from slipping off, because this can slip off if there's nothing here to block it, you know. Like, it doesn't happen a lot, but I just wanted it to not happen at all. That's why I added this rubber band here. And one thing also is there's actually holes underneath here, so that's being blocked by that. I don't think that affects the gun at all, though. It's not like it's blocking the barrel hole or anything like that. But speaking of the barrel, let's jump to the barrel. So this is a 14-inch Lapco Big Shot Assault barrel with a 5-inch M50 muzzle brake. This here is just some heavy-duty tape I put around that covered some of the ported holes that were on the barrel itself. So now no air is going to come out until it reaches here. Before, air would have started coming out here, but now not till here. So that was something I really liked and wanted to do myself. Now let's look at the foregrip, handguard, whatever you want to call it. So this is a pretty decent foregrip. You know, it's all plastic, but it's molded well to fit around your palm. So that's one thing. It's nice for that. Can't knock it there. The one thing I didn't like is that when you put it on your rail, and I have another TCR, so it's not just this one, this here, this little screw comes in and out to lock it in place. It's a little loose down here. And so it would slightly move back and forth, just ever so slightly. And that just kind of got my nerves, so I decided getting a different one. So I ended up getting this one. I believe I got it from ANS Gear during their Christmas sale. It wasn't anything expensive. I think it was only like 10, 15 bucks. But it's that plastic but almost rubbery feel at the same time, and it's got a nice texture to it. So I really like it. This one in particular, you know, I can have my hand here, have my finger right here, and then boom, ready to go. I really like that. This one, I don't remember the name, but it also has a little like slot if you want to put something in there. That's not too much space. This is maybe like if you're playing a scenario game and you have like a little map or something, you can totally store it there. You can quick access to it when you need it. So that's basically taking a look at the gun and everything that I have here. So the video you're about to see was taken before I got the upgrades. So before I had the foregrip and this barrel and muzzle brake. It was using the stock barrel and CO2 carts. And the video is also going to be shooting these guys. These are the Inert rounds from Mission Less Lethal. Really nice, solid feeling round here. It's not like, it doesn't feel like your typical paintball round where it's very translucent. Like this actually feels like, you know, not nice weight to it. It's going to take some impact to break that. So I'm going to be shooting these. And one thing to know about the video you're about to see is that not only did I shoot it before I had these upgrades, but as you'll see in the video, there was an issue. So at one point I had to send it back to Mission for them to look at it and fix some stuff. And when I got it back and I was shooting it, it wasn't giving me the numbers I was getting from what you're about to see. I felt like it had been detuned and maybe they forgot to tune it back up. So you're going to be seeing quite a few videos of me tuning this to where I want it to be. Just so you guys know, there is a baking sheet under that hoodie. Shouts out to Buddy helping us out. Oh, I hear a leak. It's leaking through. You can hear that noise. It sounds like it's leaking through right here, through the remote line, which is weird. Shouldn't have everything in there. Let's continue. Noise stopped for a second, and then it came back. Right here. Wow, nice. Noise stopped again. Okay. Maybe a leak valve. 279. $287. $271. All right, so that was pretty fun shooting. You know, this is my first, I guess, rifle or SMG, whatever you want to call it. I had a lot of fun shooting it. I had never shot inert rounds before. These actually do take a lot of force to break, but they also provide a nice impact. They did leave some nice dents on some of the cooking sheets that I had under Buddy's hoodie. Shouts out to Buddy, thanks for helping out. But yeah, you know, for being inert rounds, I was actually pretty impressed. Looks like, well, let me look at my numbers real quick. I got a high of, where are we? Okay, on a CO2 cart, Crossman CO2, I got 340 as my top FPS. That was in the very first magazine. And I only did 2 magazines. I did one 12 round and one 7 round. So I got 340 top on my first mag, and 304 was the top on that second mag. That second mag basically finished it off. After the 7th shot, or by the 7th shot, it was already sub 200. So I definitely had fun shooting Buddy. That was pretty dang fun, I gotta say. You will be seeing me shooting him again, so don't worry about that. But you'll see me later on shooting this with different projectiles, heavier projectiles, eventually with different barrel, rifled barrel. You'll see me shoot HP 68s out of there. So you'll see maybe 1 or 2 videos, maybe 3 even, where I shot this marker without realizing that it wasn't really tuned, I'd say, the way it was when I first got it. So once I figure that out, you'll see me showing you guys some videos of me basically going through the whole tuning process. I think I'm almost there. Maybe 1 more day of tuning and I'll be totally happy. I really want to get Grimberg drill rounds to at least 300, if not maybe a little more, or a consistent, 300-ish on CO2. For whatever reason on HPA with this marker, I do not get as high numbers as I do using CO2. I can use HPA through remote line and I can use CO2 through remote line, and I will always get higher numbers through CO2. Same thing if I use a cart. If I use a CO2 cart, I get higher numbers using a CO2 cart. Not sure why, but hey, it is what it is. In a quick situation, I would be using the cart anyways, because I would just drop one in real quick and slap it shut and good to go. I wouldn't have the time to attach my remote line. This would be only if I knew, a threat was coming. So using this with pepper balls, I definitely think is a good and viable option. You saw some of the spread from when I would hit Buddy and, those puffs of smoke and clouds. I could smell just slightly the powder from where I was, and I was about 15, somewhere between 15 and 20 feet away. So I could slightly smell the powder, which means, if this was real pepper powder, you would be smelling it and it would not be pleasant. Thanks for watching, and you will be seeing many, many more videos with this guy and his brother. Hope to see you in the next one.